Since we bought our home in 2017, we've been relentlessly improving every inch of it. From retiling a floor to installing solar panels. We've tackled dozens, if not hundreds, of projects at this point. Today, we'd like to share with you our favorite game-changing tools that we wish we'd had sooner. These are tools that so greatly improve the DIY process, we think everyone should own them. So, without further ado, let's get into it. One of the best purchases that we've made is this LED headlamp. There are plenty of DIY projects where it can be hard to see what you're working on, such as changing the oil on your car or replacing a sink faucet. Sometimes there isn't any light available, like when you're doing electrical work or working in the attic. We got by for years using the flashlight on our phone, but you often need both hands and can't always position your flashlight where you need it. We picked up an inexpensive headlamp from Harbor Freight one year, but the incandescent bulb was too dim to be much help. Then, we finally bought this LED headlamp from Amazon, and it's made a huge difference. We use it for everything. Cleaning my dog's ears, cleaning my other dog's ears, cleaning my wife's ears. Alright, so a lot of ears. We love it, and we highly recommend picking up an LED headlamp. You'll wonder how you ever got by without it. Speaking of better lighting, let's talk about garage lighting. I blinded my eyes by looking at the light, so. Many garages and workshops have dim lighting that makes it hard to see what you're doing. It's frustrating and inefficient. One of the simplest upgrades we made was replacing our old garage bulbs with super bright LED lights. The improvement was night and day, literally. Better lighting has made a huge difference when working on DIY projects, and we should have done this as soon as we moved in. If you're tired of squinting in the dim lighting, this is a quick and impactful fix. That is dusty. All right, that's very dusty.
The next game-changing tool on our list is a tool belt. This is especially helpful when you're working on a ladder or a roof. Really, anytime you need your tools close by. We've got this massive one that holds all the tools and hardware because making 2 trips really sucks.
Our tool belt was super helpful when we were installing solar panels and our retaining wall. It held a drill, an impact driver, and dozens of lag bolts with room to spare.
You've never been more attractive to me.
Do you like breathing? Would you like to keep doing that for as long as possible? If so, then this next tool is for you.
A full-face respirator is a must-have for certain DIY projects. Anytime we're going to be working in the attic or anywhere with insulation, we always wear at least a mask.
A respirator is even better, and by changing the cartridges, it can protect you from nasty fumes and VOCs as well. We particularly like this style because it also protects your eyes from fumes and dust. I don't know about you, but I find it really hard to do DIY projects while crying. And if you have a garage shop like us, then this is an extra awesome because you can just open up the garage and blow all the sawdust out.
Pro tip, you can also use it while chopping onions, though you might freak your dog out a bit.
All right, I'm embarrassed to admit how long we went without buying these. We'd made it through a lot of projects just kneeling on a sheet of cardboard.
Retiling our entryway twice, long story, don't ask. Installing flooring in our basement bathroom, installing flooring on our parents' bathroom, installing flooring in our parents' other bathroom. We've done a lot of bathrooms.
Finally, we decided to install vinyl plank flooring in our screen and deck too. After looking at how much area we had to cover, we realized that cardboard wasn't going to cut it. We decided to invest in some good knee pads. And dang it, we were going to get good knee pads. Something that would support our knees and stay soft forever.
Enter gel knee pads. These things are amazing, and our knees were so thankful to have them. Get yourself a pair. The future you will thank you.
I first got one of these multi-tools back in college, and it was great. But The expensive proprietary bits drove me nuts. The oscillating multi-tool that we use now works with nearly every bit style on the market, and it uses a threaded lever for secure holding. It's incredibly versatile and has been a lifesaver for a variety of tasks. Cutting drywall for gang boxes? No problem. Cutting wood? No problem. Cutting copper pipe when you can't get a better cutting tool around the pipe because it's in a weird spot in the wall in the shower? No problem. Well, little problem. Another great feature is that it can be used to sand tight spaces. This tool is our go-to for tile work since it can cut grout and tiles and scrape up dried mortar. It's definitely a must-have for any serious DIYer. Flip, flop, flip. Whee! I unthreaded it. The biggest downside to the oscillating multi-tool, it's noise. Hearing loss is permanent, so it's important to protect your hearing. That's where these Bluetooth headphones come in.
Not only do they protect your ears, but they also make DIY projects more enjoyable. You can listen to your favorite music, podcast, or audiobook while working. They've made even the most monotonous projects more bearable for us. It's a small investment that pays off big time.
Yep, I think I can hit this bucket. Okay. I think I can hit the bucket. Your clawfoot hammer will work well enough for a lot of projects, but I missed the bucket. Let's try that one again, shall we? Your clawfoot hammer will work well enough for a lot of projects, but there comes a time when you just need a proper crowbar. Here's how we've used ours.
Prying up trim? Use a small crowbar. Prying up shingles? Use a flat crowbar or shingle ripper. Prying up decking? You'll want a big crowbar.
Unlock the power of leverage and show physics who's boss. Trust us, it's worth having a variety of crowbars in your toolkit.
You did the door?
Nope, door's fine. Hey, it got in the bucket, it just bounced off the door first.
If you've ever installed post or framing, you know how important it is to ensure everything is plumb. You can check both sides with the level and make your adjustments, then check again and again. But that's cumbersome and slow. That's where this awesome level comes in.
Enter the post level. This handy tool attaches to a corner with a rubber band and makes the whole job a lot faster and easier. It was a huge time saver when we were setting posts for our retaining wall garden.
Ratchet straps are something every DIYer needs. No matter how big your car, SUV, or truck is, you will eventually buy something that doesn't fit.
When you've got your expensive lumber or a front door hanging out of the back of your car, you don't want to trust the store and their twine to hold it tight. Get yourself a set of ratchet straps and keep them in your car. As a bonus, they can also be used as a variable length clamp. For example, they're great for holding boards together while glue dries or while you screw them in place. We've used ours on planter boxes to glue the corners together, and they've been a game changer.
Accio Super Glue! Bonus mention, did you know that super glue comes in big bottles? And somehow these bottles don't even get ruined or clogged as easily as the tiny tubes, so you actually can use the whole thing. This was a game changer. Do you know how often you need super glue when you have an active little kid or an accident-prone hubby running around? You won't regret this one. These tools have truly changed how we approach DIY projects. From better lighting to protecting your knees and lungs, these items have made our home improvement journey easier, safer, and more enjoyable. If you're a homeowner or a DIY enthusiast, we highly recommend adding these to your arsenal. And if you like woodworking, check out these game-changing tools, woodworking tools, in the next video. Happy DIYing!